guys, it's Aaliya. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm actually going to be showing you guys a new type of paints that I've never tried before. And it might be popping in your head, why haven't you tried this? Because I didn't knew a lot about it. Because I know a lot about acrylics, I know a lot about watercolors, I know what it's used for, I know how you can use it, how's the proper way of using, but I don't know anything about gouache. I have never tried gouache paints ever, believe it or not. I just was terrified because I felt like, I'll just use it like no other thing, and gouache is actually used for one thing, which is acrylic paints dry very fast. They dry off I think a minute or 2 minutes after, which I've gone through a lot of times. But gouache does not. You take a little water and it'll just be like a new paint, and which is crazy for me, and I think it would be great for anyone who makes things. But this is actually for use for people who makes posters, illustrations, anything they do handmade painting, or they are working a long time for it. That's what this is used for. I got scared that I was like, what if I don't use it, and what if it does not turn out the way, and I might have to just throw it and all that stuff. But I just researched a lot of it. I searched it on Google many times, and you can think I can. I did the comparison. No, I did not do it, but I just searched it on Google, like the comparison of watercolor and gouache, acrylic and gouache, and looks like gouache is what something people agree on most, which is perfect than acrylic. So yeah, I think I made you guys confused, but yeah, let me show it to you. Here's the Studio Gouache 12 tubes, and they're 12 ml. So here they are, all the 12 ones. Let me also read down all the names. They're all fancy names, so you guys know all of that. There is primary yellow, vermilion, carmine, primary magenta, cobalt violet hue, primary cyan, spring green, emerald green, yellow ochre, burnt umber, ivory black, and permanent white. I feel like always for black and white there's no interesting names. Do you guys agree with me? Because they're always like black or white, but they never like these, like as there's burnt sienna, it's like never like that pretty fancy name. But anywho, here's everything, and I am so excited to use this actually. And you might be wondering, I'm not just gonna use it just like that and I'm not gonna show you. That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna show you my first experience while painting it. Like I'll paint it on a canvas, like a good scenery or something. And yeah, let's just go. But first, let's open this. Let's open and then let's wait. Let's get going. So here are my colors, guys. The gouache the People Studio Gouache 12 tubes, which are 12 ml. All the tubes are in there, and I'm gonna open it right now, and I'm gonna show you guys how I really use them, the mix of colors and everything. So let me first open it, and then I have to just pull it out. That was very easy and fancy. So these are all my colors, and they're all 12, and yeah, look at the close look at them. Here's all of them. The colors actually from outside look very popping. Like the purple looks so like poppy and very fancy color. Let's hope that inside they look super duper good and super duper fancy and super duper like pop of color, like hopefully inside too. So I can't wait to use them, so let's get started. Okay, so guys, now I'll show you what gouache really is used for. Like, what do you really use for? Now, you can see I didn't really fix up the painting that much because I wanted to show you guys today what I can do. So this is my palette. This is the whole thing that I did yesterday. And I will normally throw it off, but as it's gouache and my painting is not very perfect, I'll show you how you can use it. So gouache and acrylic, what's the difference? Now acrylic, if you keep water right now, the whole thing will like come off like a peel of mask. But for gouache, let me dip a little bit of water and let me take out. This is bringing out the old paint, and as my whole background is very not really beautiful, I can just paint upon it and it creates another like nice layer of paint. And my paint, like whatever like my whatever like my messed up lines were, now I can fix it. So like whatever I have, I can just keep a little bit of water, regain, like bring this back to life, like actually, and I can just paint upon it, and yes, you have everything back, and you have like this whole another paint give. And so you can like make this, and then now I have this problem that I actually make paint and then I again try to make that paint, and then that same paint does not come off, so I have to make again. I have to color the background, which is a whole another thing. So this is why I have gouache, and this is why people use mostly gouache. Most is why if there is something that is fixed and not very good, you use gouache. So here it is. Like, look, I fixed this just by this. I don't know how to tell you, but this is actually yesterday night's paint, like this whole thing. So I don't know how I can prove it to you guys, but like, look, there's a different purple here and different purple here, but I want to be one purple, like, right? So I can just bring the paint back to life. As you can see, here's the whole paint, and I can paint it completely. And I just need water. I don't need to mix more paint. The paint also won't get wasted, like, you know. And I really like this whole like process of gouache. This is why I'm in love with gouache. And like, I don't know, I don't have any words for it, but look how beautifully the paint is also like it's like I actually right now made this paint. Like, that's how beautifully like it's getting alive, and this is how it's like living its life again. Like, yeah, that's the beauty of gouache, if you're wondering. Like, that's why people use mostly gouache. Now, what do I mostly prefer? And if you guys are buying right now, what do you guys want to buy? It depends on what type of painting you're doing. If you're doing a very small painting, like a very like nice beautiful painting, then I think you can go with acrylic. But if you're doing a big painting, like it might not sound big, but something that has to get fixed every now and then I think I will prefer for you, like I will prefer gouache for that if I were you. So like, yeah, look. And also, I am not getting another variations of like purple. I'm getting like one variation. I'm continuing it completely. Not only like, wow, isn't it? And you might be wondering, like, gouache or watercolor. Watercolor has its own type of thing. So watercolor is used for mostly like different things. More like also something to get spread very fastly. And for watercolor, people don't really find that much of problems, and it never dries. But I think I will, for this type of drawings, gouache is important. But then for like very nice, and if you want very like not, if there are no detailed drawings, then yes, watercolor is something that you can take. But if it's a detailed drawing, I think acrylic and gouache will be perfect for you. So let me finish this and touch up in front of you guys, and I'm actually using this, so remember how this works, and then the next time I use it, it's gonna be like this empty. And what I'm really happy about using these paints is that the paint is not getting wasted. If you're wondering, I'm the #1 person to waste paint. Like, I don't know how I can not waste paint and I can paint. Like, there is like excess paint left on my plate, and it's not pretty good. It's not a very good habit, but so that's why I'm experiencing with gouache. And look, my painting is completely fixed. Like, the background, I'll show you before and after if I have a photo. And like look, like I can also get on with a different brush. I'll keep a little water. I will take a little bit here, and I can do some detailing, and it's fixed. Voila. So good. Even like with the shirt, like as you can see, they're like little dots. I'm not gonna use this brush obviously, but like I'll just use this one for like little dots and everything. So I'll just go in with for like little dotties. For that, I think I'm gonna go in with that. This one. See? The paint is coming again. So you just need a little bit of water, and like, you know, if it's not really becoming alive, then you just need a little bit more water and do it upon it, and yes, your paint is alive and back in action. Your paint, like, you know, will act like how you left it before. And yeah, I also like, I love this painting how it turned out, because it turned out a lot cartoony, and that's not what I was going for, but I'm happy that I got it, because when I look up and I'm like, because I keep my paintings on the app, I'm like, wow, that wasn't what was on my head, but I think it turned out way more better. So like, that's why I'm leaving it a little uneasy and a little unfilled, because, you know, you want a little cartoony. But yeah, that's how I fix my painting. Like, look at it, like the background, like seriously, the background has a different variations of purple, but now if you see, it has this one purple layering, and Gouache does take a lot of time to dry than acrylic. Acrylic dries off in a second, but gouache does not dry in a second, so it will take some time. So if you're painting something and if you have to paint something upon it, you have to wait for half an hour or something, because I had to when I had to draw the leaves. But yeah, here is my painting, guys. And also I have an Instagram. I make reels, and I made this complete reel only for this one. You can go and follow there for me. And then if you want to see this, how this beautiful canvas art is really, how did I do the drawing, like how whatever colors I used, how I mixed, like whatever colors I mixed and everything, if you want to see it, all of that will be in the link in description. Like the whole video will be in the link in description, so go check it out. So yeah guys, that's all for today's videos. Moving on. Okay, so guys, that was cool. Like the paintings are not in the way I wanted to, but the real thing here and the real, like the show here is gouache. Let me tell you what I really felt about it. It was okay in the way I would want to like, turn out the painting, but the way like the gouache worked was pretty cool. It did like, a week after I wanted kept paint and I let it dry, and then I kept water and it was like brand new, like it just pumped it. So it was great. I'm looking forward to use it more afterwards, but for now that's it for today's video, guys. See you guys next time. Bye bye.